What's up, guys? It's the Merc here from Spartan Games, and tonight I want to do a unboxing. And this unboxing is going to be for the new Dystopian Wars Operation Shadowhunter 2-player box set from Spartan Games. Now, the one thing I want to tell you guys right now before I get into this, I have opened it, and the Admiral Edition rulebook, which is the smaller one that I showed you last night, is not in here. I let the Lich Lord borrow it to read through until he gets his Commodore edition. So it's the only piece in here that you won't see. Also, I haven't actually looked at the ships yet. I haven't taken them out of the packages and looked to see what I got, so to speak. So that'll be kind of us experiencing it together. So I'm going to take it out of the sleeve, which, anybody that's familiar with Spartan Games products, you know that their box sets usually come in a sleeve just like this. There's the... gives you a little bit of the fluff. And what comes in the box, it tells you down here. And I'm also going to use the sleeve kind of as a backing to put models on, because I don't know how well they'll show up on the white of the table here that I'm working with. So now, opening the box, here is the box. This isn't how it comes packaged. This stuff is all underneath the models. I just pulled it out because this is stuff I've kind of looked through. You get the kind of like campaign book, I guess. It has background for Operation Shadowhunter, what the whole thing is about, a little bit about the Federated States and the Empire of the Blazing Sun in the Pacific, down around South America. It has seven scenarios in it, which they give you a little map that shows you how to set them up. And there's a picture of what the board looks like. And it gives you the scenario instructions and everything. The thing I'm interested to see is if you sub some, like another faction in for one of these, how well it'll work out. And the other thing is it gives you all the stats for all the models that you get for both the FSA and the Empire of the Blazing Sun. That's the special Wani ship base that you get in the box set. So that's a nice little extra. There's a bag of tokens, which you have your big explosion template, your area bombardment templates, your energy flare templates, and this is now your deviation template. You put it over the center of the model, roll d6, and whatever number it lands on, that's the direction the ship goes. Or tank, or plane, whatever. They give you the turn templates that you need to play. They give you a new sheet of the damage and critical effect tokens. And my only complaint with these 3 sheets of tokens is they don't come pre-punched. You have to cut them out yourself. That's just a minor nitpick, though. It's not a super big deal. And then the cool thing, I think, that they give you is they give you 3 sheets of like punch-out flat terrain. Sorry if it's... But there's 2 of these island things. There's 2 reefs. No, there's 3 reefs and 2 of these little island things, rocks. And then you have 4 medium-sized islands that you can throw down. And you have 2 fairly decent-sized islands that you can punch out and throw down. These you can punch out, as you can see. So that's kind of nice. I mean, it's not the most amazing scenery, but the fact that now you have terrain to throw down on any table because it's so easy to take with you anywhere is a pretty nice inclusion. You get 2 of the new tactical action card decks. I don't know how these work yet. I haven't gotten to that part in the rules. I know they've changed because they're a lot smaller than the old deck used to be. And now there's order cards right in there. So now let's get to the meat and potatoes of the matter. These are Empire of the Blazing Sun, I believe, cruisers. I'll show you. There's 3 of the same model in here, so I'll just pull one out and show it to you. This is the Empire of the Blazing Sun, their new cruiser. And if you're wondering why there's a big gap here, there's 3 Mercs of these cruisers now. You can buy them in 3 different configurations. Oh, I am so sorry. This is the first time I've tried this method of camera use for an unboxing, and it's a little new to me. I'm getting used to the kind of forward is back, backwards is forward. But those are the 3 new Empire of the Blazing Sun cruisers. These are the... I'm not sure what these are, so we will crack them open and see. They're small ships, I know that. They are your Empire of the Blazing Sun frigates and corvettes. These are the corvettes, because you can see they don't have broadsides. They just have a little turret on the top. These are your frigates, because they do have broadsides. They have a little turret on the top. And I will tell you from past experience, at least in version 1.1 of the rules, the Empire of the Blazing Sun frigates are pretty nasty little numbers. So those are the small ships, the Empire of the Blazing Sun. And then, you guys, if you hear a strange clicking noise, my dog has decided to join me out here in the filming area. This is the new Empire of the Blazing Sun heavy battleship, which you can see there's room for 2 turrets, and there's another piece which will go in that slot right there. So that is the new battleship. The cruisers and the frigates. Let me see if I can find... Here's the other deck of cards. You get these tiny dice, which are for your support flyers, your tiny flyer tokens, which go in the movement bases. They give you a bag of red 6-sided dice, or exploding dice as they're called in the rules. This is some of the American stuff here. This is the new American sub. So this would be the sub when it's not submerged. This is above water. And the thing I like about their sub models, they've done this ever since Uncharted Seas, is they come on these textured bases, which I think is pretty cool. Here's the token to represent it submerged. So overall, I'm interested to see how that model will actually work out in game, because the Americans haven't had a sub before. This is the new American battleship, which, if you guys are unfamiliar with Dystopian Wars, the Federated States of America in the game, all their ships are paddle wheel design. And you can see there's room for 2 turrets and a generator or rocket battery. I will say the one thing I'm interested to do, especially with these new FSA models, is a side-by-side comparison with the new compared to the older ones. Because looking at them, I'm not sure how much has actually changed. These are the new American cruiser bodies. Again, there's a spot for the turret and then the rocket battery or the generator, depending on which mark you take. This is the small U.S. ships, I want to say. This is the they are Americans. The Federated States of America Corvette. And these are the frigates. I will say I'm a little surprised. I thought that the frigates would be bigger than the Corvettes, but the Corvettes have been slightly bigger in both cases than the frigates. Not that it's a big deal or anything, it's just I wasn't sure if that would be the case or not. This, I believe, is it's the special ship that comes for the Empire of the Blazing Sun. It's the Wani Terror ship. Now the thing, I think, this is a ship with a giant flamethrower on it. And the thing I don't quite understand is it comes with this clear, which I'm sure you can kind of see the details, this clear resin version of itself. And the ship does have what's called a ghost generator, which makes it harder to target, but I don't see anywhere in the rules where it says to replace the solid model with the clear model. Now, I don't know if maybe to represent the generators working, you could put the clear model down, and to represent the generator being offline, you put the non-clear one down. I think it's just a promotional piece. And now we have the top part of the terror base, where the terror ship launches from. It's a good solid chunk of resin. All this stuff is resin. So depending on your feelings about resin, you'll either love it or you won't. But I'm assuming if you're working with Spartan Games products, you know that their minis are resin and you're expecting that. This is the base for the terror ship base. You can see there's an inset where the ship will plop down on it. It's a textured base again, like the textured base, just like on the sub, which is going to be a little tricky to get back in the bag, I think. But it's going to work out here. And now, I showed you guys the American cruisers. Now this stuff is the small American... Oh, here, I'll get one out. This is the Tiny Flyer movement bases now, which I think is pretty cool that they've designed these. 5 flyers fit on those. These are the little assault subs that the big American sub launches. And this is all the turrets and the Tiny Flyer tokens, which I'll show you one of those, and the generators for the American ships. So as you can see, there's those. What? I'll get you in a second, buddy. My dog is Well, you can hear them, I'm sure. And then this is all of the parts for the Empire of the Blazing Sun. There's the struts to put the big building together, turrets. They fish out one of their tiny flyer bases here. That's one of their tiny flyer bases. And this is the Empire of the Blazing Sun bag. So I will keep those separate because I have a friend of mine who is interested in buying the Empire of the Blazing Sun parts. So as you can see, that's everything that comes in the new box set. And I have to say, for off the top of my head, I can't remember how much it is. I think it's like $108 on the War Store where I got it from. I think it's a tremendous deal. It's basically two starter fleets, which right there is $118 if you were to buy them separately, plus the tokens, the dice, the terrain, the rule book, the campaign book. So you get a lot of product for your money, and hopefully you guys liked the video. Like I said, this was the first time I've used this camera setup. I'm not sure if I'll use it again. Let me know what you thought about it in the comments. If you liked the video, give us a thumbs up, share us with your friends, subscribe, that always helps, and we'll see you guys next time here at Pulse